Hello everybody and welcome back to Overvolted. Today we have a fun little electronics project that I have no idea if it will work. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to make our own charging coaster for these fancy smart Ember mugs. Now you might be asking, why would I want to do this? Well, it's because these things are pretty expensive. They're very cool. If you haven't heard of Ember, they're basically a smart mug that has a battery in it, and they set on these little chargers. Let me grab one of those so you can see it. They set on these little chargers where there are two gold rings on the bottom of the cup, and they line up perfectly to these little two gold pins on the coaster. It charges up the internal battery, and you have some nice piping hot coffee that you can actually set to your precise temperature via an app. It's pretty crazy. I love when technology and coffee meet. And it only comes with one charging coaster, and I keep the cup and the coaster upstairs by my coffee pot so I can pick it up in the morning and it's fully charged. However, I work in the basement far away from the coffee pot. After a cup or so, the battery needs recharging and it's not doing its job anymore. So I was thinking, okay, simple fix, right? Just buy another coffee coaster. When you check those out online, they're $40. I'm not doing that. So I started to look at this mug and see what makes it tick. Like we already said, there are two gold contacts on the bottom, two gold contacts on the charging coaster. And if you look at the power supply, it is a 19 volt, 2-ish amp, 2.1, I believe, amp charger that just plugs into that thing. So this seems easy, right? All I have to do is get that power supply with the right voltage and the right amperage, and then I just need to design and 3D print a coaster that looks this way. So take some measurements, throw it onto Tinkercad and print yourself something. Is what I would have done, except I took one quick look on Thingiverse and someone with an unpronounceable username has already done all the work for me. So shout out to you, Vietquocnguyen. Seriously though, thank you for doing all that work, and link to his Thingiverse page is in the details. I downloaded his file, which is available for free, and I modified it to put my logo in it. Boom, and now I have it right here in front of me. This doesn't show up too well on camera. I should have used a different color other than black, but I didn't. It already fits the mug perfectly, and he has the perfect spacing for where to put the pogo pins. You see those two little dots? That's where we need to put two little contacts in so that it makes contact with the bottom of the mug, and then hook it up to power. Let's try it out. So first things first, before I just go willy-nilly hooking power up to two random pins and plugging it into the cup, I really need to see which one of these is positive and which one of these is negative. Plug the thing in, pull out a multimeter, touch the two pins, and see which one is positive and which one is negative. So I'm gonna set my multimeter. I know this is a 19 volt power supply coming in, so I'm gonna set it to the DC 20 setting that this has, and I'm expecting to see a positive 19-ish if I've got the red probe on the positive pin, and a negative 19-ish if I had them swapped. All right, so if I put the positive probe in the middle pin, the one closest to the inside, and the negative on the outer pin, I get a positive number. We now know which one is the positive pin and which one is the negative pin. So when we make our DIY version, we just need to make sure the innermost pin is positive, is hooked up to positive, and the outermost pin is hooked up to negative. Amazon to the rescue. I just typed in 19 volt 2 amp power supply, and what do you know? There's a bunch of them. They generally were from $10 to $15. I just happened to get one that I think was 11 bucks. I'll link the one in the description so you can pick up the same one if you want. All right, so here is the new power supply. It outputs 19 volts, 2 amps, you can see right there. It has a nice little charging light. It looks very similar to the one before, except it doesn't say Ember, and you know what? I don't care. On the other end of the cord, it's got a barrel jack, so I will probably be cutting this, getting the positive and the negatives out, and running this into my charger like so. It's already coming together so nicely. All right, here we go. And yes, I have wire cutters and strippers, but I just like the idea of doing it with some scissors, huh? All right, the end is all cleaned up. There is the positive and the negative wires exposed on the end of the power supply. So far, so good. Next up, I'm gonna try to seat the little pogo pins inside Mr. Nguyen's coaster. And to do that, I am heating up a soldering iron right now, and the plan is just to take these little pogo pins, little tiny gold things, put them in these little holes that he's already perfectly spaced out to line up with my mug. How nice, thank you again. And press these in from the bottom, heat them up, and they should melt the plastic around them, press them in from the bottom until just the little spring-loaded tip piece is protruding out the top. And then I will stop, the plastic will cool, and they'll just be kind of held in place. Once that's done, I can take my power supply, solder on the two ends, plug it in and see if it works. So my soldering iron is hot now, and I've got my little pogo pins ready. I might have to switch you to another camera so that you can hopefully see a little better. And if not, I'm probably showing you very pretty images across the screen right now. What a good editor. And I've burned myself now, so that's nice. That's what makes these electronics projects fun. All right, and we've got one pin that is in. Here, I'll show both cameras, just in case one doesn't work very well. So this one pin is now in. This is gonna be our positive pin. Awesome, I'm excited. On to the next pin. All right, now I've got both pins in. That was actually pretty easy. I like it, this is going quick. Here's the bottom. Looks a little ugly, but that's fine. We're not gonna see that. Soldering iron is turned off and cooling down. The next step is I just need to wire up the power supply to these two pins. So I've decided I'm going to kind of curl this wire around on the bottom side of this just so there's no harsh angles or harsh pulls. And again, we're gonna solder it on, and then I'm gonna put hot glue and stuff around it just to hold everything in place. I'll probably put some nice little rubber feet on the bottom of this so it's not sliding around, and we'll be good to go. I had to turn my soldering iron back on because I forgot that I wasn't done. And now I'm just gonna put a big goober of solder right on these wires. All right, so here's what the bottom of this looks like. Before I hot glue anything down and clean it up a little bit, I might actually even print just a black plate to go over the bottom of this so you don't see any of that stuff. But yeah, it's basically just got the little cord wound up under there and then the two connectors soldered on. All right, it's time to test it. Let's clean up our workspace here a little bit, and then we will see if it works at all or if it blows up my expensive mug. Okay, so first up is the original charger. That's what you see in front of you right now. And you'll notice if I dock the cup onto the charger, I can't see it, but you'll see that the light starts to change colors. It just turned red. I'll try to get a close-up of this so you can see it later. But it just turned red saying, hey, yeah, the battery is charging, but right now it is kind of full. So at least identified the charger. All right, silly $40 charger out of the way, and now bring in the custom-made $10 charger. And it could be cheaper for you if you have another power supply just laying around that happens to be a similar voltage. Honestly, if it was 18 volts and 1.5 amps, it might still work, but I just kind of picked the 19 volt because that's what the original was and right at that 2 amps. So here's the moment of truth. Will it work? Look at that. It's working. The light went red and the cup is charging. I'm excited. I'm excited because now I have a second wireless charger. Of course, I will test this to make sure it works all day long and doesn't destroy the cup after a single charge, but it is at least identifying it and it is charging the mug. Well, again, guys, if you guys want to do this project, if you happen to have an Ember and you think that's a really cool hack to do, I'm going to leave links to everything in the description so you can click those and just grab any supplies that you need. And let me know what you think. Am I crazy to risk this expensive mug on a DIY charger, or is 40 bucks just way too much? Thank you all for watching. Please consider subscribing if you liked the content, and we'll catch you next time.